They're just bring on sexy radio voice.
Yeah. Let's record the couch co-op.
Sexy.
Or co-op. Sexy edition.
Boom. Got a video game for it. Alrighty.
Boom. Hey, bros. It's time
Hey.
for another one of our fucking podcasts. How's everyone doing tonight?
Doing fantastic.
Primo.
Hey, okay.
It's
Yeah.
almost like we hadn't recorded just like together 10 minutes ago.
I know we're online or something.
We're so talented and it just feels like a vibe.
It's been a hell of a week, man.
Hell of a week.
Yeah.
Seems like a long time since I spoke with you guys.
Yeah, right?
Mm.
Well, we are the Couch Co-op podcast. We are a beer podcast. If you didn't know that.
We drink the beers, so you don't have to, or you can choose to.
Wait, what?
That seems weird. Why would you
Yeah,
not
why
want to
would you wanna
drink beer?
Well, they might not want to drink some of the beers we've drank recently that we haven't given.
Yeah.
That
This
we've not
is-
kind of liked.
This
so.
is true. This is true.
Oh,
So-
I think this one will be a bit of a crowd pleaser, or at least should get reasonable reviews from most of the gentlemen here.
So, we got the Couch
cool.
Co-op. We drink a beer every week, and we talk about it. And then we tell you what you think about it. And you can let us know. You can listen to us and all the podcast platforms in the world. So Spotify, iTunes, we're 100% free. And then if you would like to if you want to leave us comments, you can go to anchor.fm/thecouchcohop show, leave us a voice message, or you can just go to all the places that Couch Co-op is at. Anyway, doesn't matter. Not important.
Ian's a little slow today. Don't mind him.
Ian's always slow.
Leave a voice message because I'm tired of doing it.
So last week was Jared. This week, okay. So this is Dave, Jared, and Nick.
Yo.
Yeah.
And because Nick is here, he's messed up our whole like layout. So everything's changed.
He's taken it to the next level.
Next level.
Messed it up.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
You're right. Anyway, usually Dave's after Jared, but Nick's after Jared. But that's not. We're pretending Nick is in Aaron's place and I'm still in my place. So it's Dave's week. Dave, what motherfucking beer are we drinking tonight?
I didn't get something from England this week, or my turn, so that's always a good start, isn't it? No, I got Deschutes local beer, fresh squeezed IPA. It looks like Jared joined me on the jumbo can, and you guys have got the 12 ounces.
Yeah, this is a whole pint. Well, I'm 1 pint, 3.2 fluid ounces. So
Before we
it's,
crack it, though, I just looked
big
on the
point.
bottom. Mine was packaged on October the 20th. I actually only bought it this week. It's not like I sat there. It does.
November 23rd here.
Mine was November 29th.
It does say
Nick is
here.
precious.
November 30th, I win. Yay!
What do you win?
It does say fresh.
I win a beer.
Within
Hey.
4 months, and can conditioned for quality, live yeast added to can to allow this beer to age gracefully. And
None of that's going to
Stay
help you
fresh
from the
longer.
mediocrity that this beer provides. All right.
Oh, poor
But you
Ian.
missed the
ready?
part where it says freshest in 4 months.
Freshest
Yes.
in 4 months.
yes,
Let's see. Well,
so
November,
October
December,
is
January. It's fresh right now. February.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, it's the
yes
freshest.
for me. Mine's still within 4 months. So
3, 2, 1.
One.
Crack it.
Back in.
All right.
Big citrusy, hoppy goodness.
Yeah.
Hey, why is that asshole Nick always pouring his beers into a glass?
Why
Oh,
is he? Oh, he's pouring it into a Deschutes glass too.
Nick, you poured a lot of head.
Is Nick gonna
Nick, why
be?
even?
Wow, Nick's looks like a barley wine. It's got like
Yeah,
a lovely color on it.
I poured heavy, so I got a lot of
Yeah.
foam, but it has a nice
It is a very,
amber,
it is a very
kind of a
amber
brown
IPA. Isn't it?
brown amber, very dark.
A lot of hops going on there.
It could be the
Mm.
foam adding some clout to my color since I have those fluorescents above me.
No, I think we're all picking up that kind of reddy amber color.
Mhm.
It doesn't show up on camera as much, but I can definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, Ian's having a problem showing his, but
Yeah.
No, it's right here. I see it.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
hops are very drying. It's very bitter.
Anyone pull this up on the website?
What don't we know about Deschutes?
I know.
Oh,
Are they
think it says-
independent?
Well,
is
we
Gary's
have
fish-
Mr. Bend here with us on the podcast.
Yeah.
Who, Dave?
You.
Not me. I just drive there.
The Englishman's going to school you all about Bend. Is that what's going on?
Guess
in
so.
Deschutes?
I haven't been to Bend since
Well,
the late 90s.
Yeah, I don't think
Well,
I've been since my daughter was born, but
I've been, but
whatever, Mr. Wild Ride.
Yeah, I go to Redmond a lot. I don't go to Bend.
Oh,
went
come
to
on, it's 20 minutes
Bend.
away.
We did not go to Deschutes because the line was outside the. It's just like, it's more of a fucking. What do you call that? Tourist attraction than it is an actual place to
Are
go.
you talking
now.
about the? Were you talking about the brewery itself, or just
No,
like
the
brew pub
so the downtown
brew
brew
pub
pub.
downtown? Okay.
Yeah, the one in downtown Portland or the one in
No, the downtown Bend.
the original Bend one. I went to the original Bend one probably a decade ago. It was a nice place, and they had some nice beer.
I was actually there a couple of years ago, and it was nice. And whatever line that Ian dealt with wasn't there for me. But
I think we went on a Friday night, and there was a line, and we had to kind of put our names in and go somewhere else for a while, before we could get served. So
I guess I'm just.
I do remember it being busy. I just don't remember it being
When I go to Bend.
Sorry,
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say when girlfriend and I or pre-wife go to Bend,
Fiance, I believe.
whatever, I like pre-wife. We tend to go like during the week when nobody else is. I mean, that's just kind of the way I like to vacation, is go places when nobody else is there, outside of the the busy summer season. And so, I mean, places like Deschutes, I mean, we just got right in. And I think even if I wanted to spend the money, they even had their they had some spirits that they had, like a limited spirit that they had
Oh, fun.
for sale
Yeah.
that I could have bought, but I didn't because I didn't want to spend $90 on it. But
Oh,
it's
really?
nice that the
Yeah.
option was available.
They do have some nice. I mean, and if you're in Portland, they have a brew pub in the Pearl District that has most of their beers, and the food's pretty good, and the beer's pretty good. There's usually something.
Yeah, I've been wanting to go there since it opened in 2008. But I mean, I'll be down there any day now. I'm sure of it.
I like their inversion. There's the Black Butte Porter, which is a classic. What's the Mirror Pond? That's a good pale ale. I mean, they have some.
Oh no, I mean,
Yeah.
I like a lot of the. I mean, Mirror Pond, I burned myself out on years ago. But like, I think they've even had
What? Mirror Pond is easily better than this. Any day.
Well, we haven't talked
Well-
much about this beer specifically.
We're
This
dancing
beer
around it.
is generic and fake as fuck. That's where I'm at. It's like, it's just a fucking bullshit generic IPA. Move on.
No, it's
It's
really,
citrusy,
really
it's
easy
good.
going.
I quite like it.
Nah. It's just basic as fuck.
I'm kind of with Ian. There's nothing. It's a very good example of the style, but there's nothing that.
It's drinkable. I'll drink it,
Yeah.
but there's nothing special about it. There's nothing calling me to it. It's just
Couldn't pick it out of a lineup, is what you're saying.
no, I couldn't.
No.
I'd just be like, fuck it. I'll
But
drink
this
it.
is pretty easy going. This is like a chugging IPA.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think
Six-
it's. I don't know if it's. I don't know if it's a
6.4% alcohol.
chugging. IPA.
Yeah, you could easily just chug a can of this and just call it a night. You know,
Well, it's 6.4,
pretty
so
easy
that's not too
drinking.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
I
this
mean,
is a really-
Nah, I don't know if it's chugging. but
Yeah.
I just feel like it's kind of generic. It doesn't have like Dave mentioned earlier a bunch of beers. I think Black Butte Port, I think Mirror Pond are their key beers, and they are just throwing up.
Obsidian Stout, yeah.
They're just like throwing up footballs to like figure out what they're supposed to do next.
I think they
And I
got,
feel like they churned out these IPAs, and it's just like, I don't know. You guys don't be. Why do you guys have to follow the whole IPA thing? Just make your other beers and make another beer that's different.
I think it's they've
Well-
got like the oh gosh, the Voodoo Range and New Belgium thing going, where they've got like they're trying to get this uniform brand of like different
Maybe, but
IPAs,
that's
like
that,
a hazy
no,
and stuff. But
because like New Belgium is doing that Voodoo Ranger thing, and I think it's interesting to taste the different Voodoo Rangers. I appreciate that. I don't
but I
feel
think
like
that's
I
what
don't
they're
feel
doing
like
here.
Deschutes. I don't feel like Deschutes has a distinct IPA brand.
well, like they've got the
Agree.
Fresh Haze, they've got the Squeezy Rider, they've got the
They're all
Little
gross. They're just all
Squeezy.
like mediocre. They have the watered down one. They have the other one. It's like they're all
Well-
just like kind of like bleh.
They can just keep making the Chainbreaker White IPA for me.
Yeah, why not
Love
just bring that one? Why isn't that
Yeah.
just a basic why isn't that their flagship IPA?
Yes,
I
please.
thought Inversion was their flagship IPA.
I don't even see that anymore. I
Yeah,
haven't seen
don't-
Inversion in forever.
they released that for a while, and then
I think Jared, like Chainbreaker should just be their IPA. Anyway, because like Dave, so like you had this fresh squeeze IPA, and the other one that comes in the tall bay with it is the orange one, which is the hazy fresh
Hazy,
squeeze
yeah.
IPA. Both of them I feel like are kind of interchangeable. One's a little sweeter than the other, but it's just like I don't give a shit about either of these. I've reviewed these beers on my Milkman and Pictures Drinks a Beer thing, and I just feel like these beers are just like incredibly mediocre. In my opinion.
people love this though. I've heard.
Well,
you know,
they love
people say it,
Deschutes.
Yeah,
No, I feel like people love Deschutes. I don't know if they really love those beers. I feel like that's stupid.
so personally,
They've really, really gone all out with IPAs. Like if you look at their website, they actually have a styles section. It tells how many they have of each, and their top is 11, followed by like the highest number of 4 of porters and pales, kind of thing. They're really taking advantage of the IPA trend and not really trying to push it very far after that.
which is kind of funny because Deschutes was never really known as an IPA brewery. They were always like pale ale
100%.
was about as
100%.
close
Yeah.
as they got to it.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, I mean, everybody knew them for their Abyss, their
Obsidian,
reserves.
Jubal,
Mirror Pond. I mean,
yeah,
even their Jubal 20,
Jubilale.
10, 2020.
yeah.
anyway,
Um,
I feel like
Going
their
back-
IPA is kind of trash. It's
going
just
back
kind
to
of
this beer.
they're just making it. They're just making this IPA to have an IPA for their fans of their brewery. But ultimately, I just feel like it's kind of like meh.
So is Gary Fish still their head brewer?
I don't know.
Jared knows. He's
I-
looking. He's looking.
But all the, I mean, other than About Us,
So for me, this beer is too malty,
Maybe-
and it's too bitter. There's no very little aroma to it, and there's very little flavor that comes through. I'm not getting any citrus. I'm not getting any apricot, or like this. When I think fresh squeezed, I'm thinking citrus flavors. I'm thinking like, all that kind of almost like the hazy type flavors that you get that are very juicy and like, fruity. And all I get with this is just bitterness on the back of my mouth.
When I'm thinking
McDonald's?
generic IPA, I think Deschutes.
I don't find it to
I'm not
be overly hoppy or anything like that. But my tongue's drying out.
It's
But
not.
that's what I mean.
It's
I'm
not
not getting,
overly
I'm not getting
hype.
anything other than like the bitterness. It's not a very hoppy IPA. I'm not getting any other flavors from it.
It's
I don't even
drinkable.
get
It's
the
100.
Deschutes flavor.
It's 100% drinkable. I will concede that. Like I've been drinking it. The
Yeah, you
last
bought a
few days.
six-pack.
I bought a 6-pack, but I've I mean, I've had the multi-pack before, and I've had the I've had the beers like so. I know I don't incredibly dislike it, but I mean that we're doing it for the show and like really breaking it down. It's just like
Excuse me.
there's so many other IPAs I would rather drink than this.
Yeah, this doesn't hold a candle to the Lagunitas IPA we've had.
No, 100%. No.
Pliny, obviously
Pliny. Obviously, Pliny.
Pliny's a little different,
Yeah.
but this doesn't
Well,
hold
yeah,
a candle to Lagunitas IPA would be like what I would consider a fair comparison. It's a standard, or not a standard, but it's like it's a brewery's flagship IPA.
It feels like, oh wait, we're doing the work. We're making an IPA to put out there to like hopefully other people will drink it. But they're like not making an IPA that they really want people to drink. They're just making an IPA for the market.
I also feel there's too much malt in it. Like the reddy color, it's almost like a red ale more than an IPA. If you told me this was a red ale, I wouldn't necessarily disagree with you.
I wish Deschutes. I mean, Deschutes makes the Black Butte and they make the Mirror Pond. Those are their two greatest beers. Spend some time and figure out what made you great, and then do that for another beer that you have. Don't chase the market. You guys shouldn't be chasing the market. You guys are the market. There's a part of you that's like, we are awesome. Let's make awesome beers. We were awesome. We gotta.
The can is very cool. The graphic.
It's it's the same as the hazy though. I mean, and the same as their.
They're trying to do a unified thing, and I kind of appreciate that. I think it's pretty, just the beer inside isn't.
They have a new beer coming out called.
I wouldn't be disappointed with a 6-pack of this, but by the same token, I've also noticed that it's generally priced as a premium beer. It's not like it's usually priced $1 or $2 more than some of their other beers, like the Deschutes beers when you buy a 6-pack, which I just don't feel like it's.
You know what's funny? The Wowza IPA that they do, the light calorie one, doesn't feel like it comes from this. I'm curious what that beer is from. Anyway.
Yeah. But
so Ian, they have a German style Pilsner coming out called King Crispy. So there's something for you to look forward to.
Ooh.
No, it's right here.
No, is it out?
It's fucking awful.
It
is fucking awful.
Okay.
Like okay. I don't want to I don't want to take away from this, but it's like winner of the Portland blah 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 crown. The goal is like Jesus Christ.
That's funny. Okay, but that's enough of that.
Again,
I'd be happy to drink this with you guys sometimes. It's awful.
IPA, going back to IPAs, Hop Venom, way better than this.
Yeah,
RPM
was awesome.
Hop Venom is a double IPA. That's not.
Yeah, but count. RPM, for example,
RPM,
way better than this. It's
Lagunitas. No, we've drinking other IPAs. I don't know all the other IPAs we've drank, but I just feel like this one is just. It's not even that it sucks. It's just. It's heavily.
Unremarkable.
It's unremarkable. Heavily uninspired.
It would be good for like a beginner IPA drinker,
right?
Because
it
doesn't really do much to your mouth.
I don't think so. I think this is too hoppy for a beginner IPA drinker. I don't feel
maybe,
like
but I just feel like it's for Deschutes. It's just so uninspired. It could have been. Nick, you have been very quiet. What do you think?
Well, yeah, because I don't want to interrupt, but it's
you have to interrupt. You have to break in there and fight with us. All right, interrupt. Go.
Okay, well, I mean, just to go on with Jared, I mean, no, it's not a beginner IPA, but I mean, it'd probably be an IPA where you take the training wheels off, and maybe to more what Dave was saying, like maybe this could be more of an offshoot of their Cinder Cone Red that they used to make back in the day.
Yeah, actually,
as opposed to. Which I miss that because
I think
I like red ales.
But
I
do
think
you
I even
like
have a
it? Do you
cinder
like
cone
it?
red tap handle.
I mean, this is. I mean, this is. I already know what I'm going to rate this, but I mean, in terms of
I'll
like
finish it. I'm
compared to
not
like,
gonna.
in,
And I would
yeah,
have another if there was
Like I
if
think
I
if
had
we were
more.
all
But
in the
but
backyard together, we would drink it. I was like, oh,
Oh yeah,
this is all
yes,
you had? Oh, yeah, that's cool. I'll
I
drink
won't say
it.
no
but
to it. No,
I'm
it's
not.
but
I'm
like
not
I
good.
again. I'm not gonna not drink it.
but like I mentioned before, it's like even all its faults, it's also even lacking kind of like there's a signature Deschutes flavor that I've noticed in some of the other beers, like Inversion and Mirror Pond. There's just like this very distinct flavor that you kind of notice, and I think even
probably comes from the
Well,
yeast.
I think
Yeah.
it's. I think it's like, oh, we
maybe that's what
actually
it
know
is.
what we're
But
doing. Like we're pushing a
it's
flavor.
and that's why I was asking if Gary Fish is still the head brewer because
I do like that
maybe
it's six point
maybe
four
he's
percent.
retired or
I don't. I like that they didn't make a rocket fuel IPA because I do find
I
that
don't.
some of the IPAs when they get up to like 7.5, it's a little too strong.
Like you're
You know.
chewing on a cone, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
but I just I I smell it. I don't smell a hop smell that I particularly like. I don't. It's a bit too malty and chewy for me, but that's just my opinion.
I just don't feel like they've figured out. Their brewer hasn't figured out the IPA thing yet, and but I don't think they need
Yeah.
to. I think they need to just refocus Mirror Pond and
Yeah.
Black Butt
So
because those are their strong beers.
let me read the can, and this'll tell you pretty much what I think about the beer. Impossibly juicy. This beer is nowhere near juicy. I can't
No.
taste any kind of anything that I could even remotely describe as juicy. Undeniably refreshing, maybe if it's chilled and it's a nice hot day. Freshly squeezed, no fruit was harmed in the making of this beer. There's no fruit flavors in this beer. I mean,
that's why they weren't harmed.
yeah, but the way they describe it and the way they're marketing it, it's like I'm expecting again, like I was saying, like stone fruit flavors, citrus, you know,
Yeah.
something more towards like I know some of you guys don't like it, but profuse juice at least has some citrusy flavor comes through that this beer just doesn't.
I can
It's
I can
it's
agree with
almost
I can agree with
English
that.
in its hop profile, which is it's more floral and herbal than like citrusy and fruity.
So where we at with it, thumb wise, everybody? Let's rate it.
I can rate it. I've got a sip left, but
Oh, we're all gonna do.
Good beer, sideways. Yeah.
Or I'll
yeah,
do sideways.
Oh yeah, two
Two
thumbs up
thumbs
on
up.
the couch. Yeah.
Peer
yeah.
pressure.
I was gonna say it's not a beer that
Deschutes,
I wouldn't
figure
drink, but
Deschutes, figure your shit out. Become a better beer. I feel like
Dude,
you need to
do
go
more
back to the
porters.
drawing board.
Do some more pails. I guess IPA is
IPA is a
pale.
big thing, but
Yeah.
I feel like you have all the money and the time to figure it out.
I also feel like they've got some in the back catalogue that honestly tweak the recipe a little. Like you're saying, the Syndicone or the inversion. I mean, tweak that recipe a little. I don't know why they just didn't rename it. And
Like if it wasn't for this
'cause,
show,
I mean,
none of us would buy this beer, right? We wouldn't be drinking this IPA, right?
no.
no,
No.
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 I mean, was Deschutes ever really known for IPAs to begin with?
Exactly.
No,
Exactly.
but-
Anyway, I mean,
I go
they
to the
were always.
gas
They're tr-
station.
Yeah.
They're
I see-
trying really hard.
I see this on the shelf next to the Lagunitas IPA in the same packaging
They're
format.
just trying to shove it in
Same
your
price.
face, get you to buy it and drink it as an IPA, but like Deschutes, you guys need to make a good IPA and put that with your Mirror Pond.
we know they're
Black Butte.
capable.
We
We
know
know they're capable
yeah,
of it. 'Cause
we
they've
know.
done it.
Yeah, that's what makes it worse.
Yeah.
That's almost what makes me feel like this is what it deserves because they're such a good brewery that they should be making a great IPA, not just a
Do they
shitty
make
one.
it double at all?
Do they?
I think they have a double version of this.
But
They
why
have,
would I
like,
wanna
it's
drink
in a red bottle, but yeah. It's like 8%, 8.5 or something. So
They probably
Yeah,
have stuff in
yeah.
their limited series or something like that.
Maybe.
You know,
They have a
Well, I
they have
mean,
a
I know
hazy.
they have, like-
They have a
No, it's-
squeezy fresh hazy. They have the Wowza, the low calorie IPA. But
they
like
have the Royal Fresh IPA.
they have
which
this
is
bullshit
9%.
Pilsner that's garbage. Anyway.
But they do the specials, Black Butte, and all the rest of it. So they do.
Yeah.
they
They know what they're doing. It's like
they now have a non-alcoholic Black Butte.
Oh, good. I'll run right out and get that.
Yeah, go for it, boys.
Yeah. Hold me down.
I'll be the first one to drink that.
Yeah.
Dave, what video game would you pair with this mediocre beer?
I would pair Days Gone. It's just a shame it doesn't have Deschutes in it because I'd probably
Didn't you
go
already
to
pick
the
that game?
brewery and burn it down. I'm going to pick it again. So
Oh,
And-
okay.
I think I did, yeah.
Bend, baby.
Bend.
Bend. Did he?
I-
Aaron. Sorry, Nick. He picked it already, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that's
I think
Dave.
this is.
That's how
just
mediocre.
gonna- I'm
That's
just
how
gonna-
mediocre.
I'm
That's how
gonna
mediocre
keep it.
Deschutes Brewing is.
No, if I wanted it to be mediocre, I probably would have chose Far Cry 6. But that's another discussion for another day, another podcast even.
Actually, if
Well-
this was a basic IPA, then you would have picked Oregon Trail.
Oh yeah, true.
So many choices going on.
Well-
Nick to win, I believe. We're out of order here, but Nick to win, I believe. What beer are we drinking for the next show?
Oh well, we're going to Colorado. So
Colorado.
grab your skis, and grab whatever '80s
But
ski
not a Coors Light?
memorabilia that you have. No, not Coors Light. Shut your
Coors
hole
Light.
mouth.
The Rocky.
It's the same fresh
Silver
Rockies
Silver
water.
Bullet, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What beer are we drinking?
Yeah, we're gonna take some pennies and throw them on the tracks for the Silver Bullet train, and then we're gonna head over to Oscar Blues and drink some Old Chub.
Old
Yeah.
Chub.
Never heard of it until the other day.
Hey guys, I
Yeah.
have an Old Chub
Yeah.
right here.
Hey,
Well,
you sit down. Sit down, little boy.
I know I've
Hey,
had it
Nick.
because I've had the Oscar
mystery
Blues.
thing.
Oscar Blues did a 12-pack, which had 3 of each of the kind of beers in it, and I know it was in that one time, and it was pretty good.
All right, so Old
Yeah,
Chub.
I've got a
But
I've
that
got
was
a-
a long time ago.
barrel aged version of 1050 sitting in my beer fridge right now too that I can't wait to get to. It's a stout, Ian, so you can't have it.
Yeah.
I can have it, I just won't like it.
Well, yeah,
It'd
and I
be,
don't
it'd be
want you
funny
to
to
waste
see
it.
the look on his face.
Oh, I'll waste it. I will drink all of it just to look in your eyes and be like, "Oh, I hate this," but I look in your eyes and just like, "You asshole," and I'm just drinking. I was like, "I fucking hate this," but I look in your eyes and I'm just like, so good, awful, so good.
Yeah, but your misery is my entertainment. So.
Yes. All right, Old Chub next week. All right, boys. This is the Couch Co-Hop. We are a beer podcast. You can find us all over the place on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon Music. I mean, we're the only important music.
And
We're
Nick's
the
Tape Deck. Don't forget that. You
Yeah.
can find me on Nick's Tape Deck. I've
Nick's
recorded
Tape
those.
Deck. We're the only
Yes.
important beer podcast. I think we're the only beer podcast
Oh, I'm
in
sure.
the world.
yeah,
I don't think
totally.
there's. I mean,
That matters. See, beer matters, and so we matter.
we matter,
Yep.
and we love
Yes.
you all, and you can hang out with us, and we love you, and
Drink a beer, tell us
Drink
we're
a
full
beer.
of crap, or tell us we're you're spot on, or
I think we should close with what Nick says.
what does he say?
Yeah,
Beer
leave a
matters.
message so I don't have to.
Beer matters.
Oh, that too.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
think
our new thing? Not beer
I think so.
responsibly.
I think Nick developed a new tagline there for the end.
yeah.
Way to go,
Beer-
Nick.
No,
Matters, yeah.
it's not my
Beer-
tagline. It's another macro beer.
Is it?
Or the
I
other
think it
one
might-
is
Create
life's
your
too
own. then.
short for shit beer.
Yeah.
That's always a good one.
All right.
Shit.
Don't drink shit beer.
Shit beer matters.
We drink the shit beer, so you don't have to.
Hey, we're still figuring things out as we go, So
Drink beer or
yeah,
go
you
fuck
can either
yourself.
beer responsible or drink responsible or don't drink and drive. Blah 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 blah.
Drink
But,
beer, get fucked.
I think beer matters sounds pretty good. I dig it.
I
Yeah,
like. What was Nick's? I forget it now.
beer matters.
Oh, I
Beer
said-
matters. I
Beer
like beer
matters.
matters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's another. I think that's another Budweiser slogan.
is
but
it? Well, shit.
It's
Budweiser
great.
or maybe Coors? But I also said drink beer or go fuck yourself.
I like drink beer, get fucked.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, everyone be
By
quiet.
whom?